Welcome to the news tonight, this 22nd day of June 2024 with me, Wadulo, Mark, Arnold and Mugalu Mohammed. It's going to be a 30 minutes bulletin. Otherwise, do sit tight, and it's now time for the news in detail. To start off, the National Environment Management Authority, NEMA, has told all people claiming to have possessed land titles on Lubigi Wetland before 1995 are having irregular titles. According to Dr. Akankwasa Badirega, the eviction exercise of Lubigi Wetland occupants is guided by all laws, and all those being evicted are illegal occupants. Details in this report.
Lubigi Wetland restoration that started in May 2024 has continued amidst the mixed reaction on wetland occupancy and manner of eviction. The restoration, now at 20%, intends to have at least 1,526 acres of the degraded wetland restored in the areas of Nansana, Nabweru, Waise, Usega, and Chengera, among others.
We've been warning and rewarning and rewarning. Some have received restoration orders even more than 3 times. Even now, we continue to serve. As I speak, people are being served fresh restoration orders even when they received previous ones.
The over 1,000 illegal occupants of the wetland, mainly homesteads, have so far been evicted since the beginning of the exercise. Among those evicted were also those who claimed to have titles and bona fide occupancy of the wetland. In response, the Executive Director NEMA, Dr. Akankwasa Badirega, clarified that the titles that they are referring to ceased to be with the 1995 Land Act and wetland restoration laws.
Previously, there was no law prohibiting usage, but the colonialists would advise you on the title they would put encumbrance. In 1995, the Constitution entrenched protection of wetlands, and in 1998, the Land Act prohibited titling of any wetland, forest reserve, water body, lake shore, river bank. So it had the titles before 1995.
He noted that even with the bona fide occupancy, the usage of this land in question remains subject to regulation in accordance with the law.
A title is means of ownership. Now, when you own land, usage of it is subject to land use planning, physical development planning, and environment planning.
Dr. Akankwasa reminded all those seeking litigation that the eviction is in conformity and highly supported by the Land Act and environmental laws and policies.
First of all, the people who have been removed, it's not true that they have been there for 40 years, for 60 years, as they are alleging. This is, again, malicious blackmail. We have satellite images that can show you what was there 10 years ago, what was there 20 years ago, what was there 30 years ago. So I challenge anybody who says he was there 60 years ago or 40 years ago to bring that evidence, and we compare with our evidence. We have evidence that these invasions are recent, they are not 40 years.
He called on all those still occupying wetlands to harmoniously vacate, and also cautioned those sharing malicious videos and pictures.
They are in the wetland, but they want to first be pushed. It's not a good idea. We would request kindly the people to remove their property peacefully, to relocate peacefully, so that by the time we reach there, we don't have confrontation. So we've seen malicious posts on social media that you see they are removing you, then tomorrow an investor will come and establish there, tomorrow so and so will come. All these are malicious posts. We are aware of this blackmail.
It is worth noting that developments in wetland is highly prohibited except a few developments that conform with wetland conservation like fishing, papyrus growing and sport hunting, only upon clearance from government. In his response this week, President Museveni asked all those occupying wetlands to appreciate the magnitude of the problem caused by the destruction of wetlands rather than blaming NEMA over a noble cause.
Don't you have eyes to see a swamp? You yourself. We don't need NEMA. Who doesn't know what a swamp is? Ekshara, if you don't know it, I can tell you in Rinyankore. Tuwali na maso. Watu wanavunaiziwa.
He asked everyone in the wetland to positively and voluntarily live without being pushed away.
So I think my appeal to the people in the wetlands, please, I don't want the Basarikere to be Bakambwe. They should give time to say, please go, and the people go by themselves. And I've seen that some people are willing to go from Nabweru. I saw it on the TV.
Settlement in the wetland is prohibited by the environmental protection laws. With emphasis from NEMA, the restoration exercise will continue uninterrupted across the country. Susan Naonga reporting for ABC TV.
In more news, the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has saluted the parent-led Elite Soccer Academy for providing a safe, professional environment for children and youth to pursue their football dreams. She stated that this initiative is proof that community collaboration can enhance the quality of life for our children and youth.
The 6-day football camp, organized by the parents, started on Saturday 15th of June and hosted 45 young athletes aged 6 to 18. Some of the under-12 athletes showcased their skills during the function, and all camp participants received certificates for completing the training. Mrs. Museveni noted that she has often publicly complained about parents in this country who have abdicated their God-given responsibility to their children and instead blame the Ministry of Education for all the wrongs that happen to their children.
Therefore, today, the parents here of Elite Soccer Academy have truly made my day. And I can only take this opportunity to congratulate the Elite Soccer Academy players, parents, and board on their successful journey since the Academy was founded in 2019, as we've just heard. It therefore truly pleases me to find a team of parents who choose to show their responsibility to promote excellence, teamwork, social skills, and healthy living for our young people through sports.
The First Lady appreciated the principles of the Elite Soccer Academy, including neutrality, non-discrimination, promoting friendly relations, and professionalism.
I applaud your efforts and use this opportunity to encourage parents across the country to take inspiration from this endeavor by similar initiatives to provide our children with creative, safe spaces for learning, not just in sports, but in all-round learning and in growing up.
Ambassador Rose Malango, co-founder and patron of Elite Soccer Academy, explained that the academy, registered in 2019, is the first parent-led soccer academy in Uganda.
In 2018, I was part of a small group of parents who took the decision to create our own academy in which we would volunteer to ensure that our children could develop their skills, but also learn about core values such as respect, discipline, and hard work. We are proud to note that it was in 2019 that we completed our official establishment and registration as the Elite Soccer Academy in Uganda. So far,
she appealed for support to get a home for the Elite Soccer Academy and invited new partnerships to increase the number of underprivileged talented children benefiting from the elite activities. Reporting for UBC, Baguma William.
And in another development, Inspector General of Government Betty Kamya has called on sports associations to utilize government funds more effectively to prevent the arrest of their leaders for misuse of funds. Kamya made these remarks at the opening of a sports competition attended by staff from her department. More details in the story.
The day's events kicked off with a lively football match where the teams showcased their skills and teamwork. The energy on the field was palpable, with staff members cheering for their respective teams, demonstrating that a healthy competition spirit can drive performance and unity.
Sports is good. It blends the body and the mind and the soul, and you get a much healthier person in body, in mind, and in soul. So I encourage people to factor in sports in their priorities.
Volleyball was another highlight of the day, with IGG Betty Kamya herself participating and exhibiting impressive agility and skill. Traditional board games like Ludo and chess provided a platform of those who preferred mental challenges over physical exertion. These games underscored strategic thinking and patience, qualities that are essential in the day-to-day operations of the inspectorate. The swimming competitions added a refreshing twist to the day's activities. IGG Betty Kamya demonstrated her swimming prowess, impressing her colleagues with her experience and skill in the water. The sports event led by IGG Kamya was a resounding success, fostering a sense of unity and emphasizing critical values such as discipline, strategic thinking, and good financial management.
Nsanyuse ne atmosphere yinyine okulaba nti bannaffe ffenna tuli basanyufu wadde tu competinga mu teams ez'enjawulo naye ate tekitegeeza nti ate kijjawo kiri ekyobumu tuli bamu naye lwakuba tuzannyamu kano ocompetinga naye oluvannyuma tusigala tuli bumu ng'abakozi b'ekitongole kya kaliisoliiso wa gavumenti.
Sudat Kaye and Nicholas Nduga, UBC News.
A demonstration farm based on the 4-acre model farming strategy championed by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has been launched in Kasenja Town Council, Wakiso District. This was at an event themed Interpreting His Excellency's 4-acre model vision for improved household income in the metropolitan districts of Uganda, and was officiated by the private sector secretary to His Excellency, the President, in charge of the Youth in Agriculture, Value Addition and Export Promotion, Dr. Hilary Musoke Chisanja.
Yaza in Kasanje Town Council, so district, launching an association of the 4-acre Model Farmers Association, which organization is trying to interpret HE the President's vision on promoting sustainable agriculture and household income through the 4-acre model. And today we have seen a number of leaders, a number of village people, people from Masaka, people from Jinja, from Usoga, from Fort Portal. They are all here to launch a demonstration farm to show people that really what the President of Uganda is preaching, that you can create wealth even if you have a small piece of land. Depending on the land fragmentation policy in Uganda, we are trying to organize different people with different acreage of land, from 1 piece of acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, 5 acres, 10 acres, 100 acres, to see that we implement the 4-acre model, but in particular growing cashew avocado as the fruit. Good enough, you can also, we are also launching the food security by planting bananas that are going to be intercropped with cashew avocado.
But with this launch, we hope if it works effectively, this is so our cries are answered.
And furthermore, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has urged people of Luengo not to chase away MPs after serving only 1 term because they will not know their usefulness. She was launching Sentai Development Foundation in Katovu Town Council, spearheaded by Member of Parliament Bukoto West, Sentai Mohammed Among. That was Sentai Mohammed initiating this. Now, Among said that it is not easy for political leaders to come up with such developments for their people. The foundation has tents and water bowsers to address water challenges in the area. Speaker Among urged the chairperson, LC4 Luengo, to profitably manage money sent to the project for PDM and Emyooga. State Minister for Microfinance Haruna Kasolo urged people of Luengo to vote for development-minded people. Member of Parliament for Bukoto West, Sentai Muyanja Mohammed, said that the launch of this project is as a result of government's inspiration to him.
Foundation has those trucks. Foundation inamu emotoka zino enene zino. It has coasters. Inamu ne coasters zijize mu. It also has a small vehicle. Inamu ne emotoka buno butono. That you should thank very much. Bano be wana busajjuba ne wana busentai ne babakabanda bwe bino kwebaza nnyo. Because they passed a law. Kubanga bamuyambako okuyisa etteeka. That a man should not get married to a man. A woman should not get married to a woman. Now when I see somebody coming to fight against such a member of parliament, ngazze okulwanyisa omulwanyi nga Ssejjoba oba nga Sentayi abalwanirira ennyo okulaba nti omusajja tawasa musajja munne ne bayisa etteeka. We want to thank you so much. Bayonze kulonkinga foundation. Ekyazange esavinga abantu bakakyazanga town council ne kyazange y'ekyalo. Katovu town council tugenda batusavinga Katovu town ne Malongo. Tulese kosteyo. Kosteyo kubayambako mu ntambula. Okwekiriranya embera ebyobufuzi ebyokuvuma abantu ebyefubitizi mubiveeko bannange twagala muntu akola twagala nkulaakulana tetwagala kwejjusa.
Minister of State for Microfinance Haruna Kasolo has urged the Emyooga Sacco beneficiaries to stop giving out free money to their relatives. He made these remarks while addressing Emyooga Sacco beneficiaries in Tororo Municipality during a monitoring and evaluation drive organized by the Microfinance Support Center.
Tororo municipal authorities have urged communities to maintain their support for the National Resistance Movement Party to continue benefiting from the government's wealth creation programs.
And when you have generated wealth, people can continue supporting this government.
The government has done all this. Why don't we continue maintaining our government?
We are promising 99.9% in 2026.
With this program of Emyooga, our Wananchi are going to be empowered. They will be able to afford shelter, to afford food, to afford clothing.
During the Microfinance Support Center evaluation exercise on the progress of Emyooga enterprises in Tororo district, the program beneficiaries highlighted the transformative impact of these initiatives on household incomes and living standards.
And we have achieved many things. We have bought sewing machines. We are training this younger generation so that they can be the best tailors.
You gave us 30 million. But as I talk now, we generated about 120 million.
With the Emyooga, we were able to reach studios and produce the songs. We have more than 20 songs.
Minister of State for Microfinance Haruna Kasolo expressed his contentment with the affirmative impact of Emyooga on social and economic empowerment in communities, attributing this success to President Yoweri Museveni's vision of empowering Ugandans to create their own wealth.
That's why, in the wisdom of His Excellency the President, he guided that we create an arrangement whereby a group of people who are into the same activity come together and save together because their needs, their objectives, their challenges are the same.
Kasolo, however, urged beneficiaries to avoid giving out free money as it is counterproductive to financial growth and self-sufficiency.
But here in Uganda, His Excellency has made it possible for every Ugandan to start a business. So if you don't have a business, even if it is 50,000 shillings, it is enough capital to start a business.
The minister also implored communities to focus on holding their legislators accountable for delivering quality services instead of seeking financial handouts.
What we are witnessing today is a journey of the Emyooga program. Civic capital in itself is important, but what are we going to achieve at the end of the day? It's a transformed society, the Uganda that we all will love and can enjoy.
Minister Kasolo highlighted the importance of fostering a culture of compulsory wealth creation at all levels to ensure sustainable economic growth. Sodat Kaye and Robert Bwaita, UBC News.
The Uganda National Oil Company, UNOC, is wholly owned by the government of Uganda and was established to safeguard and promote Uganda's commercial interests in the petroleum sector. UNOC has two subsidiaries, the Uganda Refinery Holding Company, URHC, which will hold a 40% stake in the 60,000 barrel per day refinery and manage the development of Kabalega Industrial Park, and the National Pipeline Company Limited, NPC, in charge of pipelines, storage, and downstream business ventures. This subsidiary holds 15% interest in the East African Crude Oil Pipeline, ECOP. ECOP is a 1,445-kilometer long pipeline that will transport crude oil through 10 districts in Uganda to the port of Tanga in Tanzania. UNOC is also actively engaged in crude oil exploration, development, and production activities, and its participation role includes a 15% stake in the Tilenga, Nwoya, and Bulisa, and Kingfisher development projects, Chikure. UNOC also holds the exploration license for Kasuruban Block in Hoima, Bulisa, and Masindi. UNOC currently owns and manages the Ginger Storage Terminal and will build a 320 million litre capacity terminal in MPG called the Kampala Storage Terminal. At UNOC, we're harnessing the potential of Uganda's petroleum resources, forging a sustainable future and preserving the natural beauty of Uganda. UNOC, your partner in Uganda's oil and gas industry.
Amanya gange nze Namtebi Sharon nga nkolera wano wennyini Saka Kirombe oba Makindye. Empangula gye nawanguddemu ssente mbadde nga nkozesa mobile money nga nsindika school fees w'omwana ku ssomero. Okutegeera nti mpangudde nze mutima neegambye nti kambalinde bamale okujja ndyoke nzikirize nti mpangudde. Kyennyinza okubagamba nti si byabafere weewaawo abafere gye bali naye ennamba eri emu yokka era bw'eba ekukubidde omanye eyo si yabafere. Mpulira bulungi nnyo era ndi musanyufu nnyo. Naye MTN mobile money mbebaza nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire.
Together we're unstoppable.
Once upon a time, there lived identical twins who gave birth to beautiful princes and princesses.
Their mothers gave their babies' bodies a lot of care by applying on their skin with Baby Junior jelly.
Though dried their chariots and everyone would admire their glowing skin. Fun fact, Baby Junior prevents diaper rash, dry and sensitive skin.
Moms all over Africa love Baby Junior jelly. Baby Junior's the skin. No more worries anymore. Baby Junior. Baby Junior.
Oh, I like to stay fresh. You wanna compete, tell it be my get. Lighting. Lighting. I did make a lighting up.
You're still watching the UBC News, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. Now we take you into the world of business. Over 5,000 constituents from Rwampara County participated in a financial skills and government program access training program. Now this initiative, organized by the area MP Amos Kankunda and facilitated by Enterprise Uganda, aimed to empower residents in the fight against poverty.
Youth Affairs Balambagara has urged Ugandans to actively seek services and support from their leaders rather than expecting handouts.
Should teach people how to fish, not giving them already fished fish. It is a problem. Here in Uganda, every time she comes for campaign, they want money. She says, "Mutawani, mutawani mazima, munyanyaze, kanta ina sente, abantu balioni banshashana sente, abantu ndashente sente. I'm spoon feeding you, I'm spoiling you. So I should teach you how to make the money, other than giving you 10,000 and you drink waraj."
These remarks came at a closing ceremony of the training held at Kanoni Playground in Rampara. Area MP Amos Kankunda, who organized the training, emphasized the value of equipping citizens with financial skills and knowledge of government programs.
People tend to always think that you need to be big to start. No, it is always the mindset. So that's why one of the 7 pillars of the Parish Development Model talks about mindset change. So since now government is giving us money, we as leaders, we need to come to our people and be able to change their thinking so that they are able to get money by their own understanding of how business runs, by guiding them on how to start. If you get something small, just start.
On his part, Enterprise Uganda's Executive Director, Charles Ochichi, stressed the need for continuous training to empower residents.
We are coming here to tell them that capital will look for somebody who is expanding already existing capital. In other words, last year you earned 10 million. This year again you're earning 10 million with the experience of last year, with a market that has known you, with a market that is telling you bring more, and you are still on 10 million. If you are not expanding, resources don't look for you. But if you just build that capacity to start expanding what you have and continue to do well with what you have, resources will begin to look for you.
The program concluded with participants receiving certificates. Justin Nakami, UBC News.
Cheers to something refreshingly different. Putting the brakes on a fast-paced world. Slowing down. Just enough to stand out. Cheers to the beer that does it differently. Brewed longer for extra refreshment. Refreshingly Club. Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
And it's now time for the sports news. A delegation of over 30 students from Elite High School, Naria Secondary School, Lugazi, and other institutions has been flagged off to participate in an international basketball tournament in Macau, China. The delegation will represent their schools and country in a competition that promises to be both challenging and rewarding.
Uganda has consistently participated in international events for secondary schools, demonstrating significant effort in sending teams despite various challenges. Ambrose Tashobia, the board chairperson of the National Council of Sports, urged the team to exhibit good manners and represent the country well.
Because there are issues of resources, there are issues of participation, and they have done this consistently. So to be able to send a team to Macau to represent the country, to us we are very delighted as National Council of Sports. One, because we give our young boys and girls an opportunity to play at an international level, to go and represent us as a country at that very, very high level. And we've been doing well. We've been doing well at this level. We just a few months ago, we had our soccer teams perform very well at equally the same stage.
Reverend Canon Duncan Mugumya, the Commissioner of Physical Education and team leader, emphasized the importance of sports in education and personal development.
And we want to assure the nation that we are going to participate. This is not our first time we are taking teams out of this country for school sports. We took basketball in Serbia and they were world champions. We even took other games. And so even these other teams from France were able to beat Ukraine, were able to beat France, were able to beat Serbia, which is very good in basketball. And therefore we go knowing that we'll do our best.
Team captain Namyalo Christine expressed excitement about the adventure ahead and the goal of winning medals for the country.
I feel happy that I've been selected to represent the country in China. We are so well prepared that we are not going to participate, but we are going to compete.
The delegation is expected to compete with determination and sportsmanship, aiming to bring home accolades and further recognition. Elite High School, Sudat Kaye, UBC Sport.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. But we do leave you with a message to tell you that there is nothing new under the sun. What has happened before has happened and shall happen again. It's only a matter of discerning your season and time, and also applying principles and patterns, and a greater half of your success has been worked on. Otherwise, my name is Wadulo Arnold, Mugalu Muhammad on Sign Language. See you at 10.